January 8th, 1984 was probably a great day for a dictator to be born. Some leader has to be the worst in the world, and Kim Jong Un, North Korea's first supreme, is a strong contender for this position. A little introduction. Kim Jong Un is the supreme leader of North Korea, and he inherited his throne in 2011. Spoiler alert, he is a sociopathic narcissist. But let's explore a little bit about how this man came to such an important position while having such bad hair. Another spoiler alert. No one is 100% sure about his 1984 birth date or where he grew up. We presume that he is the youngest son of the military leader and former First Supreme, Kim Jong II. Now get this, Kim Jong-un's mother was an opera singer and actually had supported his coming into power after his father. It is believed that Kim Jong-un attended a Swiss university prior to studying at a local one. He came into power in his late 20s. Let's step back for a moment and explore how North Korea really works. This country came into being in 1948 and since then has been governed by communism. But in reality, it is a dictatorship, and the dictator is given the name of First Supreme. North Korea's current First Supreme leader, Kim Jong Un, and the rest of the government have ultimate power over the entire country. And anyone who dares to say a single word against this harsh rule, they're put through prison and labor camps. Yeah, it's pretty much awful. And it's not even a rich country. The internal situation of this country is dire. There's a food shortage, power shortage, and the tragic of most, freedom shortage. In short, there's just shortage. But still, North Koreans are shown dancing for their leaders. This is not an expression. They actually hold parades for their dictators. Some people think they are being forced, and some think that they are brainwashed. And either could be true. Both situations are equally tragic. This country's basis of working is treating the leaders like an ultimate authority. No one can challenge them, and certainly no one can punish them, even if they break their own laws, which they do repeatedly. Coming back to our favorite blackhead, Kim Jong Un, when he got into power, the first order of business was eliminating opposition. It means he went on a killing spree. He executed many members of the government simply on the charge of treason. Surprise, surprise! His decisions were met with zero opposition. Then in December of 2017, a very famous and peculiar event happened, one that traces back to Kim Jong-un. His half-brother, Kim Jongnam, was assassinated by the nerve agent VX. Now, get ready for one crazy ride. So Kim Jong-nam was the OG future ruler of North Korea, but he developed a taste for the good life and embarrassed his family many times by his antics, like trying to sneak into Japan solely to visit Disneyland. This greatly reduced his popularity, and the power went to his half-brother. But Kim Jong-un wasn't satisfied with his brother being only humiliated. He wanted his sibling out of the picture forever. That's what you call sibling rivalry. But North Korea also didn't want to commit a petty murder. They wanted to send out a message that they weren't afraid of the entire world, even though said world treats them like a joke. Kim Jong-nam was publicly executed on foreign land. How? Well, that's the crazy part. We already mentioned that the death was caused by nerve agent VX. This liquid is so powerful, you don't have to inject it or anything. Just rub it over your face and go to sleep. Now, how did this agent get on Kim Jong-nam's face? By a YouTube prank, of course. The woman who actually put this liquid on his face had no idea that the man in front of her would drop dead. She thought that she was applying baby oil to this man's face as a prank she played on people on the norm. And guess what? Agents from North Korea are the ones who trained her to play these pranks. They used to pay this woman to go around and do this prank and paid a good sum for her services. North Korea fully got away with this horrendous cold-blooded murder, but at least the woman was released. Imagine spending time in prison because what you're doing was just a prank. If we keep exposing Kim Jong-un, maybe we'll tell you what it's like, and you won't have to imagine it. That was one of the most famous parts of Kim Jong-un's rule. The other famous part, as we all know, is nuclear weapon development. This is the only topic the world takes them seriously on, so they keep bringing it up again and again. Now here, we will not go too much into the disaster that is North Korea's nuclear testing and diplomatic fights, but comment below if you want to see a video on that. We will say that this issue is a major headache for everyone in the world. Who would want a clearly unstable man swinging around nuclear weapons? Well, no one. To be honest, Kim Jong Un is participating in a very "my button is bigger than your button" debate with Donald Trump on Twitter. And we're not making up this dialogue. They both actually brag about their nuclear weapons button. In the past, rumors have come forward about Kim Jong Un's death. He's alive, but let's see what would have happened had he not lived to see another day. In the event of Kim Jong Un's death, it's likely that no one other than the inner circle of the government would know, at least for some time. Then there will be a countrywide news broadcast where a woman in black will be shown, the sign of the death of a supreme. The whole country would know what that means. The veteran newscaster Rai will share a very edited version of Kim Jong Un's horrendous and disastrous rule. Of course, she won't say that this dude was trying to kill all of you. She would say he improved the country and its laws to the point where no one's input was needed at all. Here is perhaps the most shocking part of this all. There will be no uprising, as in none. Kim Jong Un is a symbol, a very ugly one, but okay. This symbol represents an iron-cast rule of North Korea's government over its already suffering people. And this symbol also represents the zero uprising that North Korea has faced. You have to understand, decades of crushing a nation doesn't come undone with one death, and one that won't mean anything after some time. A change in the government would be easier if the state's generals or top politicians started fighting for power. Then there would be some competition over getting the people's support. That will not happen either. One of the most popular slogans in North Korea is single-minded unity. The maximum that could happen would be a limited disagreement on the new choice of a leader that could easily be resolved by choosing a leader from Kim's family. But who from Kim's family? Kim has 3 children, and the only gender of one of them is known is a girl. Regardless, there is no shortage of possible successors, and one of them is likely to take over immediately and rule just as Kim does. Do you want to see more details of Kim Jong Un's horrendous rule? Tell us in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video and share it with everyone you love to learn about dictators. This was Explained, bringing you the best biography on the internet.